Well, hi everyone, this is Ashish Kyal here. Welcome to Elliott Wave News Channel by Ashish Kyal Trading Gurukul Learning Series by wavestrategy.com. And I'm hoping each one of you are doing fantastic, looking at the volatility of the market, a sharp correction on a Monday, follow up a huge rise that we have seen all on the upside since then, and it has been what a week. It has been an amazing week, up, down, all over the place, but only if you are able to capture those moves on the either side, you would have made some money out of this market. I'm sure that it had been a very interesting week for you if you are placed on the right side of the trend. Very interestingly, I'm extremely excited to share across that this week there was a game show on CNBC Hours, and I managed to win the entire week against the other participants. So that's like a fantastic week for me. And I was betting on the long side all throughout the week, and it has paid out extremely well. A few of the stocks did exceptionally well. The reason I'll tell you why I turned super bullish was Tuesday, there was a cycle. In fact, in our daily morning research report of the Financial Wave short term update, I have clearly mentioned, and even to my mentees, I've mentioned that the cycle is going to turn back on upside between 11:30 to 12, 11 to 12, 11:30 around that specific time zone. And post that, the markets indeed bottomed out and went sharply higher. So that was one of the reasons why I turned bullish. When everyone was super bearish, when Nifty crashed, yes, someone told that it's not a crash but a correction on Twitter. This was a crash for me because falling by 650 points in just short span of time, you will call it as a crash. All 50 stocks on Nifty closed negative. On Tuesday, on CNBC आवाज गेम शो पर मैंने बाय कॉल दिए, दो बाय कॉल्स रिकमेंड किए. Now that was like going against the trend. On Tuesday morning research report, I mentioned that the cycles are turning and this move above the specific level, again the buying can continue. That happened well. We also generated a buy call on Nifty and intraday positional, and I think that went exceptionally well as well. So it takes some strong belief in the methods that you follow, strong techniques that you do, that helps you to forecast these kind of turnings. Yes, this is forecasting. I use cycles and neo wave theory in order to forecast. How many of you were there on last Friday? I have forecasted market basis of neo wave pattern. If you remember, I've talked about diametric pattern. Okay, Hemant is saying they were awesome. L&T Infotech was exceptional. Canara Bank was exceptional as well. 110 was the buy and it went around 122. L&T Infotech also gave nearly around 6 to 7% return. So it was exceptional, yes. And despite on the first day, I did bad because the markets crashed. And when the markets crashed, along with me that the stocks which I was holding also moved down. So it was a lot of effort to get from that negative territory and going back to the positive territory. It took some effort and managed to do well, right? Managed to ride the volatility. That is very important. You should know how to ride the volatility. You might be seeing me in a red shirt for a change. That is because of, yes, it's Merry Christmas. So every one of you have a wonderful festive season. Very Merry Christmas to each one of you. And that's why the attire is different. You should adjust yourself with the times, right? That's what I'm trying to do. VMAT hit stop loss? No, VMAT I exited. So if you check closely, I've exited the stocks, most of them without stop loss. So if it goes against me, I get out with a small loss. So I'm going to share across one very important thing which I followed in this week in order to win that CNBC show. The important thing was जब पैसा बन रहा था, I let my profits run. So I made 7-8% in each individual stock, making nearly 15-16% in just two stocks. लेकिन जब लॉस हो रहा था, I immediately started exiting. So I hardly lost 2%, 1% or 3% at max in any of the losing position. which means that the smallest, the gainers, even if the accuracy goes for a toss, the net result outcome is positive. That is what is very important. I keep teaching that to my mentees also. It does not matter, your accuracy can be less. That's what I talked about in the Master of Technical Analysis program. And what a session it was last Saturday, Sunday. Fabulous. Are you there, guys, from the MOTA batch? Are you here with me? I can see a lot of you here and talking about the MOTA. It was simply fabulous. We talked about Bank Nifty wedge pattern, and the level which was given 30,200 was a classic level. So Arun is here. Fantastic, Arun. Yeah, that's a crash or correction. What difference does it make in the words, as long as you can make money out of it? So it was simply superb. And in we talked about Bank Nifty 30,200 with a clear stop loss. We mentioned on Sunday it was a wedge pattern. I think the targets were 29,200 odd levels. Did the target achieve? Did you guys trade it? It was fantastic. So the on Sunday we discussed what pattern it was there, how it moved around, and all of those things. So went very well. So the key is in the coming week, the trend for the market going to remain positive, but you have to be very quick to get out. In today's trade on CNBC hours, I ensured to give only one call out of three. I was out of two that I could have given, and I exited that also with a very minor hit. The reason being, you need to get out as soon as you see something is not working out. But as soon as it works out and it goes in your favor, you should keep riding that trend. So that's a very important key, and you should understand that very, very clearly. Okay, let's take a classic poll now on what do you think is where do you think Nifty is going to close for the coming week, how it's going to behave, and where do you think is the closing going to happen for the coming week. So I'm launching a poll in front of you. People who are there on the YouTube, do ensure that you are able to participate by simply putting in, do you think by next Friday Nifty is going to close positive or Nifty is going to close negative by next Friday? Okay, I'll just wait for a moment here. Okay, fantastic. It's very interesting. So we are having, yes, you can always expect that given the recovery, what is the view going to be for the market in by the next Friday? Okay, you need to participate very quickly, because if you are slow, you are going to be left out. That's what the market punishes people who are slow. समझ के ट्रेड करना है. अगर आप स्लो है तो मार्केट में से पैसा बनाना मुश्किल होगा. आपको फास्ट है, क्विक है, पैसा बनता है. ठीक है. I'm stopping the poll now and I'm going to switch back. So that's very interesting, guys. Each one of you, we have bullish polling that clearly suggests, I'm sharing the results in front of you, that clearly suggests 68% expect Nifty to go up by next Friday, 32% are expecting markets to come down by next Friday. So it's going to be very interesting. The reason we are not doing Friday at 4 but Thursday at 4 is because tomorrow is Merry Christmas, right? And that's why we are doing it here. So Nifty trend remains positive for now. Short term के लिहाज से मार्केट का ट्रेंड पॉजिटिव है. नेक्स्ट वीक आई एम अगेन प्लेइंग ऑन CNBC. You can check what stocks I am giving, why I am giving. You can tweet it across with me on @KyalAshish. And guys on the YouTube, thank you very much for you all. We touched 10,000 mark on YouTube as a subscriber. Thanks a lot for doing that. It wouldn't have been possible without you all, because you are the people who keep enjoying this session, and I keep doing it because this is what I love doing and this is what you like from me. So I'm just going to stop the polling result, and let's now move on to the charts. Let's just see what's happening on the charts. Where do we stand? How do we look at the charts and all of those things? So let's just do that. Give me a moment. And if you are able to see the charts over here with me, okay, are you able to see the charts here? I want each one of you to participate right now. Every one of you to participate right now, and I want you to say yes if you can see the charts, no if you don't see the charts, so I know for sure. Thanks very much. Thanks Harish, Bipin, Bhushan. Yeah, Bipin, great to see you from the mentees. Okay, I'm sure you are doing fantastic, Ashish, Vivek. Glad to see each one of you again and again on this webinar. Very much. Okay, first thing first, do you remember the wave pattern that we talked about in the last week? Anyone? किसी को पता है जो वेव पैटर्न हमने बात किया था और फोरकास्ट किया था लास्ट वीक में कि कहां पर निफ्टी जाएगा और कैसे बिहेव करेगा, क्योंकि हम चैनल के रेजिस्टेंस के पास थे। क्या आपको ध्यान में? आई हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट ए बी सी डी डन, E done, F should come on the downside, and post F, the G can resume on the upside. याद है? And exactly, do you remember the levels that we talked about? 13,200 Ajit is talking about, and that has worked out extremely well. चलो चलते हैं वेव की दुनिया में एंड देखते हैं क्या पैटर्न बन रहा है बाजार में। और ये भी समझना होगा डिस्पाइट ऑफ द फियर। सो मंडे को जो फॉल आया था, द फॉल ऑफ मंडे was contributed and told that it was because of the COVID new strain of virus detected in UK. That is the reason the market crashed. अभी मुझे आप एक चीज बताइए, 13,200 पे तो आ गया, 13,130-40 का लेवल टच किया, उसके बाद जो पुल बैक आ रहा है और वापस से नया हाई टच किया, तो इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? क्या वो न्यू वायरस के स्ट्रेन जो मंडे मिले थे वो खत्म हो गए? If that is the case, how do you even make out that and trade basis of news? Isn't that very very surprising and very interesting? यार नया स्ट्रेन तो मिला एंड यूके में सब बंद, फ्लाइट्स यहां से बंद की, तो मार्केट्स में क्रैश हुआ 600-700 पॉइंट्स का, लेकिन वापस से हुआ क्या कि वापस इतना रिकवरी। सो इट्स यूजलेस टू कीप फॉलोइंग द न्यूज। एंड इन फैक्ट ट्यूसडे मॉर्निंग रिसर्च में मैंने क्लियरली मेंशन किया था, you will start seeing people start blaming COVID again for the fall. Now where is COVID gone? So that's the problem. लॉजिकली हम वही न्यूज सुनना चाहते या देखना चाहते जो लॉजिकली करेक्ट लगता है, लेकिन रियल सेंस में ऐसा नहीं होता है। आई विल टेल यू व्हाट, ये जो न्यूज आया था, दैट न्यूज केम एट अराउंड 11 इन द मॉर्निंग एट द टाइम व्हेन आई वाज आल्सो प्लेइंग, या उसके पहले आई वाज ऑलरेडी ऑन सीएनबीसी आवाज लाइव। उसके बाद में when the market started correcting later after 12:30 or 1 o'clock, and everyone started talking about the news which resulted into it, तो न्यूज तो 11 बजे आया, तो फॉल 11 बजे ही शुरू होना चाहिए था ना, फास्ट एंड शार्प फॉल, but it happened later on. It's not the news, it is the pattern, my friends, that moves the market. It is the wave theory that helps us to predict those patterns. We can be wrong, but the markets are always right. Okay, let's just see what is happening now and let's just move on from here on to the charts. So यहाँ पर हमने check किया था, there was wave A completion, wave B we checked, this was wave C somewhere around here, wave D here, we completed, and wave E. Now this can be wave F, but F ने ज्यादा time compared to B consume नहीं किया है. Can this F take more time and continue? Possible. Or is it possible that F is already confirmed and concluded because the fall was sharp and fast? Yes, I'll tell you why. Because if you look at the fall, अगर आप ये fall देखें overall यहां से यहां तक का, एंड अगर आप ये फॉल को मेजर करें, can I say the fall was just over the measurement of entire wave B? तो डायमेट्रिक का क्या फंडा होता है, मैं एक्सप्लेन करता हूं सिंपल टर्म्स में। वेव जो वेव F है, दैट विल टेंड टुवर्ड्स इक्वालिटी विथ वेव B. ओके, वेव E will tend towards equality with wave C, and wave G will tend towards not equality. Most often I have seen 61.8% of wave A. आइडियली इक्वालिटी होना चाहिए, लेकिन हम इंडियन मार्केट थोड़ा अलग ही बिहेव करते हैं, सो दैट्स द डिफरेंस। इफ दैट इज द केस, क्या मैं बोल सकता हूं E इज काइंड ऑफ अ क्लासिक मूव सिमिलर टू C? सही है। F ने इक्वालिटी विद B किया, वो भी सही है, which means that the pattern जो हम आइडेंटिफाई कर रहे हैं सही है, because Fibo relationship, this is Fibonacci relationship, is working extremely well. So as long as this Fibo relationship is working well, my take is we can see a move on the upside in the form of wave G, which can continue for a few more days. So we are going to keep a close watch on this. But one thing is very clear, खाली यही देख के पोजीशन नहीं लेना है. I have clearly explained in my Master of Technical Analysis program. People who are not able to join me there can get access to it from ashishkyaltradinggurukul.com. You can get access from there. And if you are not able to understand it, I am there. You can always ask me questions. Okay, so for my mentees, here is the question. How do you look at the candles now? Do you understand how to look at the candles and the bar technique? एक interesting चीज बताऊं मैं, very interesting. You might be amazed to see this interesting aspect of looking at the market. I'm going to show you one thing very clearly. Let me just do that. From this point till date, the number of days that has been consumed is nearly 36 candles. For 36 candles, go look at this overall trend. एक भी बार मार्केट प्रीवियस डे के लो के नीचे बंद नहीं हुआ है. फॉर नियरली 36 कैंडल्स, 36 डेज, एक भी क्लोज प्रीवियस लो के नीचे नहीं है. नाउ यू विल टेल मी कि ये क्लोज तो प्रीवियस डे के लो के नीचे था, ये क्लोज प्रीवियस डे के लो के नीचे था. ओके, लेकिन इफ यू लुक क्लोजली, ये हाई भी प्रीवियस हाई के ऊपर था. इसका मतलब ये एक आउटसाइड कैंडल था. Outside candle. If you attended my candlestick webinar, I have explained it very clearly. Outside candle means indecisiveness. Trade कब करना है? Guys from my candlestick batch, do you know कब trade लेना है market में? Can you tell me? Kenil, fantastic. Okay, watching candles is a daily affair now. Fantastic, Kenil, great to see that. And 3 days, Ajit, brilliant, Ajit, you are bang on. Okay, very clearly 3 days थर्ड कैंडल पे देखना है. थर्ड कैंडल ने कुछ किया ही नहीं है, which clearly is suggesting the market for 36 to 37 days have not closed below the prior day's low. That's a very interesting formation and that shows the trend for now. तो शॉर्ट टर्म के लिहाज से ट्रेंड पॉजिटिव है, बाय ऑन डिप्स है. मीडियम टर्म टू लॉन्ग टर्म के लिहाज से यहां पर एंटर करना इज नॉट अ गुड रिस्क रिवॉर्ड स्ट्रेटेजी. आर यू विथ मी? डू यू अंडरस्टैंड डिफरेंट टाइम फ्रेम्स ट्रेडिंग? सो शॉर्ट टर्म ट्रेडर्स, दिस विल बी बाय, बट टुमारो इफ सपोर्ट लेवल ब्रेक्स, ओके, लेट्स गो ऑन द चार्ट एंड चेक कहां पर सपोर्ट है. If the support level breaks, I'll change my stand with a blink of an eye. And this is purely from educational perspective. I'm not recommending anything here. So ensure you are able to get what you are able to see here. Okay. And this webinar is available on YouTube @KyalAshish. And you can always tweet it across @KyalAshish. So ensure आप ये करते रहिए और सीखते रहिए. तो बताइए शॉर्ट टर्म के लिहाज से इमीडिएट सपोर्ट मार्केट का कहां पर है? क्या मैं ये बोल सकता हूं कि इमीडिएट सपोर्ट ये गैप का एरिया है? ओके, सो 13,600 का सपोर्ट रखे दिमाग में. 13,600 के नीचे अगर बाजार आया तो इसका मतलब क्या ये शॉर्ट हो जाएगा? नहीं. 13,600 के अगर नीचे बाजार आएगा तो इसका मतलब होगा कि अभी वेट करना है डाउ थियरी का. डाउ थियरी क्या है? अगर लोअर हाई लोअर लो बना और मार्केट ने ट्रेंड चेंज किया 13,600 के नीचे, तब भी हम बोलेंगे कि ट्रेंड हैज रिवर्स. ओनली इफ दिस हैपेंस देन वी विल से दैट ट्रेंड हैज रिवर्स ऑन द डाउनसाइड. सिंपल डाउ थ्योरी. फोरकास्टिंग क्या बताता है? दिस इज वेव जी. दैट इज व्हाट आई थिंक. इट कैन बी एफ आल्सो फॉर नाउ, बट आई एम नॉट रूलिंग आउट दिस कैन बी जी. सो इफ दिस इज वेव जी, can I very clearly say that the trend remains positive but cautiously positive? So I'll remain cautious but definitely positive. Okay, cautiously positive trend hai market pe. You have to keep that in mind. If the support breaks with momentum, it will indicate now again the distribution has started. I think there was a classic distribution happening here and Bank Nifty showed a classic distribution. Do you guys remember the Bank Nifty wedge pattern from the MOTA? Wedge pattern achieved the target bang on, and we talked about Nifty hanging man, candlestick pattern, doji, so much inverted hammer, all at the top, and the crash on the downside. So that clearly was superb way of looking at it. So it worked out very well, right? Thanks, Bipin. I'm sure you followed it very well, and even Arun is there with me right now. Pratyush, you are there. You were there for MOT. I remember very clearly. Okay, so that's the trend that I'm expecting in the coming week. Again, what do we expect in the coming week? In a nutshell, what do we expect? We expect that the markets are going to be range bound for the coming week with a positive bias. इसका मतलब dips अगर मिलता है तो dips पे buy करके चलना है. If you are buying on the dips, you need to understand very clearly, you need to get certain levels out of wave theory, Fibonacci and candlestick. How do we get those levels? That I've explained in the Master of Technical Analysis program, and I will be explaining that very clearly in the Master of Waves program, which is going to be happening in January. So that program is going to be on 16th of 17th of January. I'll talk about wave theory. I will talk about the cycles that I'm using and why I turned super bullish post Tuesday. In fact, on the Tuesday morning, I turned super bullish, and at times मैं भी सोच रहा था यार, am I being foolish going against the major trend of the market and turning bullish when every majority are like pointing towards the bearish sign. Lekin it played out well. So, and it helped me win the show as well on CNBC hours. So that means that it is working extremely well, and there is the proof for you. And also the calls that we gave on Nifty went fabulous, right? So enough proof that I have that shows that it worked out extremely well over here on the charts also. How to select moving average? Which one I am using? It 45. Why I'm using 45? Okay, that's like a discussion which we did in MOTA Shiva. So that's how we did it, right? Okay, fantastic, guys. I'm going to take a few questions. Before taking a questions, I'm going to launch across the Master of Waves details. Here it is in front of you, the Master of Waves program. You can simply go to wavestrategy.com, and here is the banner. That program is going to be something you cannot afford to miss. देखिए इतना सिंपल कंसेप्ट नहीं है, आई विल बी वेरी क्लियर, लेकिन अगर आपको उसमें से थोड़ा भी कंसेप्ट समझ में आया, आई विल टेल यू हाउ टू अप्लाई इट फ्रॉम द वेरी नेक्स्ट डे. Not everything is necessary, you will get it on the first day, but I will tell you how to use it in a very specific, simple way of using time cycle, Ichimoku cloud, and combining with wave theory. That's a fantastic way in which you can do that. So over there, you will be able to clearly understand. So if you can do that, then I think that is the learning you will be getting is simply mind blowing. Okay, that is what I think very clearly. Let's just move on now, and before we move on, I just want to share across, just give me a second. Okay, my colleague has shared across the form on the YouTube. Please fill out this form if you are interested in the Master of Waves program. And on the YouTube, on the YouTube, you can fill out the form. And on the Zoom people who are here with me, I am launching a form again. Register for the Master of Waves program, and the mentorship March is starting again. Registrations have started for March 2021, and it's fabulous, right? I don't want to say much. I'm sure my mentees will be in a much better position to say how the program had been so far and how it has helped them across to possibly reduce their losses, start making money again in the markets. And they were extremely excited on a Monday after the crash happened. I'm pretty sure someone made a lot of money. Okay, so here is the form on the Zoom platform. Please fill in the poll. On the YouTube, there is a form. So do that. And meanwhile, I'm just checking the questions which you might have posted across. So let me just go ahead on the questions for now and check what you want to know from me. Just a moment, please. I think some issue on my screen. And in the Q&A, what do you think about Bank Nifty? Is it going to new high? Madhusudan, sorry, I'll not be able to address that very directly here because वो हम research reports में mention करते हैं. Bank Nifty report that you can subscribe, so you can clearly do that. Can you suggest some book for NeoWave? Mastering Elliott Wave is the book by Glenn Neely, but Zarna, it's very difficult to understand it. If you can get hold of my book, which is Effective Trading in Financial Markets, I think it will help you for some hang on Elliott Wave and NeoWave pattern. But yes, it contains the basics also of candlestick and all of those things. along with time cycle. So lots there, Zarna. So I think you should first get hands on my book. And if you have queries, tweet it across to me at the rate Kyal Ashish. What time cycle you followed on 22nd December, Shatrughan? Uh, I can't reveal all the things in this webinar, right? It takes time because it has to be explained. It was a cycle on a 5-minute chart. There was cycle on a 15-minute chart. There was cycle on a 60-minute chart. Multiple cycles I followed, which made me super bullish. Okay. Bigger trend of bearish will start by Jan 21. Ramakrishnan, yes. I'm refraining from commenting it क्योंकि होता क्या है, ये सुन के लोग शॉर्ट अभी से करना शुरू कर देते जब प्राइस कंफर्मेशन ही नहीं है. Jan had been a month that has taken so many times the tops being formed. So Jan, I'm going to remain cautious but bullish. Get it very clearly right now from me. Now, if we see another crash on the downside of more than 400, 500, 700 points, I am turning super bearish. If we see a big fall on the downside, I'll turn super bearish. Okay, someone wants to know the name of the book. You can simply visit trivedikyal.com and you will be able to register for the book from there. So trivedikyal.com, you can register from there. You can buy it from amazon.com also. You can search for like Ashish Kyal and you will get it from there. Okay. Dharmesh wants to know from he's on the YouTube channel. Can you explain the 3 candlestick pattern? I'm so sorry, Dharmesh. That is requiring some detailed 2-3 hours of discussion, which I did in the free webinar, and very detailed discussion I did in the Master of Technical Analysis program. So I would suggest, if you want, you can get access to that MOTA program. Do not miss it. It was simply superb. It was very different from the previous MOTA because I keep learning a lot of things and I keep sharing it across. So every time it's like an upgraded version of a software that I do. So that's how I do it. Ruchir, if you can fill in the form which my colleague has shared across and they will get in touch with you, or you can drop across an email to helpdesk@wavestrategy.com and they will get in details with everything over there. Pankaj has a question: is the book available online? Yes, Pankaj, it is available online, but the problem is if you buy online, the cost of the book is somewhere around 3,700 or 800, which is the global pricing, and the hard copy cover in India is priced at 995 rupees. On Amazon, you might see even 13,000 price, that is for London. You need to ensure you are selecting an Indian price, which is 995 rupees over here. Okay, that's very crucial. So do ensure you understand these things very importantly. I'm going to switch back now. Okay, I'm going to stop my screen sharing. Here I am again. Fantastic, guys. So the poll I'm going to end now. Thanks for registering on the poll, and I'm sure you really enjoyed today's session. कितना कुछ सीखने को मिला एक ही सेशन में. निफ्टी का ट्रेंड पता चला, ओवरऑल रुझान पॉजिटिव है, बाय ऑन डिप्स का मार्केट है, सपोर्ट लेवल पता चला, टारगेट्स अभी हम डिराइव नहीं करें क्योंकि लाइफ टाइम हाई के आसपास है, वो मैं मेरे डेली रिसर्च रिपोर्ट में मेंशन करूंगा, उसके बारे में आप रिपोर्ट से रिफर कर सकते हैं. And it was a fantastic week. Last week we gave jubilant food. Momentum went well. Nifty went well. The calls on CNBC helped me win. So we did extremely well because I was able to forecast the market. Forecasting kahan se aaya? Wave theory and time cycles. So I am glad not getting call from the publisher, Vaishali. Let me check. My colleague is going to share across all the details with the publishing house again, and we are going to sit on their head and see that why are they not calling for registering and why are they doing that. So I'm going to do that. Sorry for this trouble. Vaishali, you will get a call. And fantastic, Mayank, great to see you every time on the webinar. Okay, yes, the paid version of MOTA recording is available, Avdut. You can simply drop an email to helpdesk@wavestrategy.com and that's going to be very interesting. So do that and have a wonderful time. I'm not going to be spending more time now. I have to rush. I need to celebrate my win, right? On CNBC hours. Do follow me on the Twitter and across, and I will be ensuring I respond to your queries as much as possible. Do get access to the book and everything. So if you get it for a lesser price, please go ahead and buy it. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful time. Have a wonderful week. Merry Christmas to each one of you. Enjoy your day, enjoy the long weekend, and let's meet again next time, next week, Friday at 4. Do not forget to click on that subscribe YouTube icon and the bell icon. Follow me on Telegram, AK Trading Gurukul, and Twitter at the rate Kyal Ashish. See you for the Master of Waves program. And yes, the early bird is ending soon on 5th of Jan. So if you are registering for Master of Waves program, do that quickly. If you are registering from the mentorship March 2021, the program on Master of Waves is free for you to attend. Yes. So do the register for mentorship if you want. Thanks a lot, guys, and see you again next week. Ashish Kyal signing off, and keep following me on CNBC Awas as well. Thank you very much.